Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Bill.
How was school?
I was a bad student.
What did you eat? Did you take a lunch noon call? Is that what happened? Did you
Oh
take a
no,
nooner, Jake Jordan? Did you take a nooner while you're supposed to be at school? Is that what happens?
no, it was far worse than that. I was so distracted yesterday.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. I've not been able to pinpoint it, but we have. We talked about yesterday a little bit that had a couple new clients coming on, and we
Hmm.
got a couple new partnerships that we're fostering, and so I had some messaging going back and forth, and was like got caught up in it because it's new, exciting, fun stuff, and yeah. So I spent probably an hour total between, six
Yeah.
breaks of 8 minutes each or something, uh,
Yeah.
doing little things. So I was a bad student. I got a D yesterday, probably.
Good morning, Mike. Um,
Like,
yeah. So it was funny. One time I was in a training at AT&T, and they would pull various people out of different stores, right? It's like it was a mixed group and you didn't know everybody. And one of the facilitators of the thing was like, okay, I don't want to see anybody praying. And we're all like, okay, that's a little bit odd. And she's like, come on, guys. Like, we sell these cell phones. I know that you're all like looking down at them like this and
uh,
trying to type. And I died. I thought that was one of the funniest things ever. She goes, "We sell these things, guys. Like I know exactly what you're doing, so just don't." And so I can just think of Jake being like, "Uh huh, uh huh, yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. Messaging, positioning, right?
but-
Purpose, purpose."
so I actually only did that once. I just left the room every time because I didn't want it
Okay.
to be distracting. So I did it once when I was in a texting uh, situation, and I actually had like a whiteboard type thing, like that we were all writing on together, like little mini ones where we were doing exercises, and I just put the phone up on top of the board and did one of these on top. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Good morning, Levi.
Anyway,
Yeah. Okay. Hey, man.
yeah. So
It's hard. It's hard to not be exciting, or it's hard to not be excited when you have exciting stuff going on, right? So
it is. It is. And like I said, when you're out of it for weeks at a time on vacation, it can be a little tougher to get back into routine. So,
yeah, for sure.
but that's all on me because yes, I was doing it. I was going.
Were you scolding yourself?
I was giving myself the evil eye, the dad eye.
Okay, so what does that conversation sound like inside your head?
You don't know. It's confusing, and
Well, now I really want to know because I want to know if it sounds like my inner conversations
okay.
when I'm thinking about work when I'm not supposed to be.
It sounds probably like most everyone else's, full of excuses,
Yeah.
full of yeah, but this time's different. Yeah, but if we get this one off started right, then I won't have to do it this time.
This one's different.
Just
Oh
this
man,
one time, Jake.
that is so funny.
Well, it's such a slippery slope too,
I
and
know.
inside your brain, because the first time it was like, "Hey, I need your password because I can't get into this thing to invite the new client to the call for blah blah blah." I was like, "Oh, okay, I can do that real quick." That was
And then
my
you were like, "Who? Who'd you get?"
yeah. I didn't know who it was, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, 1 second," and I went out and found it and passed it on. Went back and I was like, "Okay, good, we're done for the day." I was in my head. Okay, and then another one. Well, I can do this one quick too.
But this is the last one.
And then there it was. It was gone. It was like someone just ripped a rug out.
Yeah, man, that's funny. That's really funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even what's funny is after the day was over, James was like, "That wasn't a good day, was it?" Because he knows I'm at school, and he actually does a really great job of not reaching out. And if he does it via email. I don't ever check email on the school. It's only like the text polo that pops up and asks for my attention that I have to say, "No, thank you. I have other things going on."
So okay, for you, God, I'm such a nerd. When you're in that moment and you see the notification,
Mhm.
is it just like habitual to yep, I gotta do this, and then you feel bad, or like do you see it and it's like I shouldn't check this, but I
Well,
gotta check it.
there's two, right? Because one Wednesday, it will be the phone's not even in sight. So that I don't see the notifications. That's when I'm really at my best, right? The second version is I have it in my pocket and I pull it and look at it and I see it and I go, well, I at least want to know what it's about. I'm not going to answer, but I want to know what I'm missing. That's kind of the two versions. And so I'll fight it. And in those days, I can still do that. It's just not as healthy for me. I told you I'm a huge environment junkie. Like,
no, you are. Yeah.
It's better for me just to put the phone away.
So why don't you?
Because I'm like everybody else.
Oh man, I was about to make a snarky comment because you're like, well, when I've got the phone put away, it doesn't bother me, and it's like, wait a minute, so the notifications engineered to get and capture your attention don't work on you when the phone is not like immediately at your fingertips? That's weird.
Yeah, that works. And I have that. I know that. So I have all the notifications on my phone off except for texting and Marco Polo.
Oh. So that's why sometimes I send you a message via Discord and don't hear back. Okay.
Yeah, same, buddy. Same.
Yeah, I know, that's fair. That's fair. I have you whitelisted in general in my phone. So any communication from the Jake Jordan should cut through this this gatekeeper app that I have and I've been using.
Yeah. So I don't have the same app, so I have Discord on quiet. Well, actually, because I had a group in there last year that was noisy, and so I just turned it off and checked it 30 times, and I just never put it back on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
How's your day? It was rough yesterday, like heavy. Yesterday was the anniversary of my grandmother passing away. It was the first anniversary, and so kind of heavy day. It was weird. I've got the little thing from her memorial, right? Like you get it, it's got the information on it and stuff like this, and so like I just have this on my desk, and so I look at it a lot. And so, I think I knew, but like it wasn't like I like hopped up out of bed, So like we had our conversation yesterday. You had to leave, and it's funny because like as soon as like you looked down or you left, I looked down and saw this thing, and it all just kind of like hit me. So kind of a rough day yesterday, like that way, and man, just ran into little bitty things, playing with the facial recognition software, like a software issue. And so that took a lot of time, and trying to move a phone number over from one soft phone system to the other soft phone system because one of them works and the other one doesn't. And it was just like all of this really intricate, like blocking and tackling, not just like, oh, decision done. It's let's open up a chat and let's get these people involved. And so then last night at like 8:30, this guy Arthur on my team, who's helping me build out this one CRM, he would like, I recorded the whole build out process, right? So like it's an hour and 45-minute call. And what I was doing was like, so all right, so I use Otter.ai to transcribe all of my Zoom calls. So if we have a Zoom call, it's going to go through Otter, and Otter will transcribe it. I record most of my like entry and a lot of my client calls as well. So that way I can just kind of throughout that thing to say action item or note or something else like this. And then people on my team can go through and just search the transcript for those things, find the timestamps, go to the video if necessary to go pull out what they need for the automations and everything. Are you with me? Does that make sense?
You said something about AI.
So sorry. So Otter transcribes my Zoom calls.
I got you. No, I'm just messing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So this is an improvement loop that I'm working on, right? Because like I want to be able to cleanly get the ideas out on the call, get them here, and then just send it all as one big package over to like the people who I work with for this.
Yeah.
So 8:30 last night, Arthur is one of my guys. He's awesome. And he messaged me and he was like, man, this video is killing me. And I was like, oh no, because, it's due end of day today. So I came back in here at like 8:30 and worked until about 9:45 last night, just kind of helping Arthur pull these action items and the, all of the process stuff and everything else like this out of that call. So that way we can get it done. So it was a long day yesterday.
Yeah. I actually hopped on a call about 6:30, I think, or so last night, because Q has a personal branding group that it's just.
Oh, that's right. Dang it! I keep missing that call.
Yeah, and it's really super chill, super laid back, but it's cool because the type of people Q attracts tends to be really awesome.
Dude,
So
did you have you seen the announcement?
yeah, we talked about it a little bit. I got on pre-call and talked to him.
Man, that's
He,
cool.
It's dope. He's actually running a marathon with Lewis here in about 8 weeks. He's running
Wow.
a marathon with Lewis, and I was like,
But
"Your boss pressure you into it, or what's going on?" So
no, that's funny. Yeah, we had a conversation a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about that might potentially be a thing, and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
yeah, he's actually what the big thing right now he's trying to figure out. He said was that he's basically spent the last 5 years of his life as someone who's branded as an entrepreneur and go do what you're passionate about and go out and do the thing. And he goes, and now I'm going back in. And he goes, I'm super happy about it, but like my whole brand's the other way. He's like, so I'm just trying to figure out exactly what my message is. And of course, people that know Q go, your message doesn't change, man.
Exactly. Yeah. And here's the deal: if it was anybody else other than him, and they came to him, and they were like, "Well, that was an honor," he'd be like, "Man, bro, why does it have to change?"
Right.
It doesn't, like, the story itself doesn't change, right? You're still doing the thing that you think is going to get you the biggest impact.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
So, man, the LinkedIn algorithm is weird recently. I don't like maybe it's just me. Like, I posted a couple of things, right? One off of a scheduler, right? Because like Melissa has been creating thought leadership stuff, around my stuff, and so we've been putting that out, and that went out three hours ago. Whenever I checked this, it had 39 views. Earlier in the day, I had written a post, shared somebody else's posts. Right. So somebody had written a post about my book that they had read it and then they enjoyed it. It was huge. I was impressed. So I shared that, and it was just kind of like, man, like, this guy is super awesome. I tagged him. I tagged another person who had given me awesome feedback, and I tagged my book coach. That post was 5 hours old. The shared post was 3 hours old. The shared post had 39 views. The other post had 31 views.
Yeah, shared posts normally don't do well, so that's really weird. That would even be your organic regular post. That alone is weird because shared posts normally just get no traction.
But okay, so but from like an algorithmic perspective, it should be huge, right? Because, oh man, so this person created content. This person thought enough of it to share it. Yeah. Let's push both of them. Yeah. Man.
Oh no! And everything that I've heard, even recently, it's how they do it, but it's how many people, when you put it in their feed, interacted with it within a certain amount of time. That's their
it's like 10 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, no, I think they mess with it all the time because you talk to people who actually know, it's anywhere between 5 to 15, and it's goes 7 one day and 12 another. But it's how many people touched it quickly when they saw it the first time in their feed. Did they do anything with it? Yes or no? That's one of the biggest primary indicators if they'll spread it to other places. So just like emails, treat your LinkedIn posts, the first line, like a headline. Get them involved quickly.
Yeah, I did that. Well, what's funny was a friend of mine, he texted me right because I let this guy Chris read the book. He gave me really great feedback, and so then the first line of this post was like, I wrote a book, right? And I got a text from a buddy, and he copied another friend of ours, right? And I know him from poker, and he was like, you wrote a book? And I was like, yeah, I did. And so now we're just kind of chatting in this text thing, and I was like, you said, wait, you saw the post,
right?
But you didn't like or engage or comment at all. You instead move over here to like a text chain. I was like, man, you're hurting my reach, homie. Right. And he goes, hey, well, I can't like it if I haven't read the book yet. I'm like, I just want you to like the post. Like the book will come later if you want to read it. And he's like, well, I want a part in the movie. I was like, it's like, dude, I don't know what you think I wrote, but it is not that. However, Nicolas Cage has already opted in and said it was the best thing he'd read since Con Air, which I think was my joke of the day yesterday. Like, I don't think I topped that all day long as far as little bitty quips and lines.
Yeah.
So yeah,
his breakout role, so it would make sense.
yeah. But yeah, I was very confused that the scheduled post from the outside scheduler was getting better views with less time than a shared post that had a ton of engage. Like I'm still getting notifications about the other guy's post.
Yeah, but it's not your post.
I know.
It doesn't matter what the shared one does. Completely different post.
I know, but like algorithmically, that doesn't make a ton of sense.
No, you're right. Yeah. That's why I don't hardly ever share posts. I'll actually go steal their photo or something and then rewrite my own post and then say, "Hey, I'm sharing. Check this out."
You know what? What I've been playing with recently that's been working are votes.
Yeah. Votes were good.
So yeah, that's been rather interesting, right? Because like it's just so easy to like engage and just vote, and so you get a lot of good reach off of it and stuff. So I think I might just go back to doing all votes.
Well, the thing I hate is that like cat posts, like that thing, those type of genre of posting where you just always gets interaction. And so you see all these bits like the Shay Robottoms and like people like that, right? And the David Breyer, which I really like David's stuff. But anyway, those guys literally take the formula and turn their posts into cat posts for business. And it takes a lot of work, I think, if you don't know, but like it just is what it is. Like if you really, really want all that reach, you can't be making up your own stuff. You have to go do stupid music videos and cat posts and turn your to something entertaining, and that's how you get reach. Unless your name's Lewis House, and then everyone reads it because you're Lewis House or Gary Vee or whatever, right? So the rest of us mortals, that's the formula. It works. We are no longer in the days, friends, where we can write something good and have our friends like it, and we get great organic reach. We have passed that.
Well, I have lots of thoughts and opinions on that topic because in my opinion, well, okay, well, so where do I start? I hate the whole idea of dramatizing a business point or a business lesson or something else like this and turning it into this changed my life. I mean, God, like the hyperbole of the way that most people write on these platforms is like crazy, right? And so then I'll write something and I'm like, is this too much? Like, like I wrote this post about my grandmother yesterday, and because we all fixate on the bad. So like spend time talking about the good things. Last year sucked for me like a ton, but there's also like some really great trade-offs to it as well. So when you show up and you just want to like complain about like how bad it was, like, spend a little bit of time talking about the good stuff, So yeah. But so
they want to click on the cat video though. They don't want to read about your philosophy.
I know. I mean, I get that. I understand that completely, but I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. I can't. Yeah, I don't know. You try to figure it out. And what's funny is, I was talking to Quentin about this actually, and he's talking about like studying people, and I was like, I don't really think I study people. Like I see what I see what I think they're doing. And I don't approach it from I'm going to try to do it like them. I try to approach it from like how can I do this like as me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but I think the trade-off is you do it as you, but you do it in the formula that will get you what you want. So
I know.
I'm not in the hyperbole either. I hate that as well. But like, if you like, there was the music video is just the most recent one I've seen, right? As people do, where like that works well when it's done.
So, okay.
But everyone do that.
No, yeah, and I'm not expecting of like a level of viral post reach or something like that off of that, but 31 views seems excessively low for something that's been on the platform for 5 hours and it's got multiple tags in it and it's weird.
No, you're right. Yeah, I'll go weird because we used to be able to do that 6 months ago and we'd have 800 views or 1,500 views within that 5 hours.
Yeah. So that, and I don't, part of this idea bothers me, but maybe the platform is just getting so mature that if you don't already have like a large audience and like a large reach on there, it's going to be just incredibly hard to build it, which
It's
kind of kind of sounds like head trash, honestly, right? Because then it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to start a YouTube channel because it's already flooded. That kind of feels like almost the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's some of both. I think it is true, 100%. It's tougher to build an organic audience there now. I think the numbers show that, but it doesn't mean it's not worth doing.
Correct. Yeah. So do you want the easy win? Do you want the win on the platform where your clients are going to be, or do you like constantly chase the newest social media platforms? That way you can kind of stay ahead of like the viral wave. Because TikTok came out and you told me about your boy Milton, and I was like, yeah, okay, now Clubhouse is here and everybody's talking about that, and I'm talking about that, and I'm kind of like, like this is a trend that maybe doesn't need to be happening. So I don't know. It's weird.
When go to Clubhouse because it's growing like stupid.
What's that?
Very good to Clubhouse if you want the quick one.
Yep, I know. I need to go. A friend of mine locally has got an iPhone for me. We just haven't met up for me to get it for him. Let's see what Mike has to say. My video posts are 5x picture posts.
Like multiple pictures, I guess.
My video posts are 5x picture posts, and video posts with music are 3x standard videos using organic.
Explain that more, Mike.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You mean that's 5 pictures in your post where you can slide through posts, not 5 times magnification.
No, I think he's saying views.
Yeah, video posts.
Yeah. Oh God, man, I don't want to be.
Honestly, I don't worry about that stuff anymore. I write the stuff that I want to be assets for people to check out and be interested in, and then I tag the people that make the most sense on LinkedIn because I not a reach. Got it.
Yeah, cool. Thank you, Mike.
Video are 5 times picture, and music are 3 times the standard video using organic. Yeah, video still king on LinkedIn, but they also they want you to mix it up, because what'll happen is if you put like 5 video posts in a row, you'll see that your organic reach starts petering off once you hit that 3rd, 4th, 5th video. So they want you to, yeah, I know it's dumb. It's once again, it's what happens when you play on someone else's playground, right? You gotta they use the rules all the time. You gotta listen. So though, if you are like, that's why when I've coached people in the past on social media, I really, really, really think it makes the most sense for you to pick 1 or 2 platforms to own, because that's what you have to do. You have to shift with when the rules change. You change your post, you change your process, and because you do that, you win. Because a lot of people aren't willing to. They'll stick with what they've been doing.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. I just think, I don't know. That's fine. We can put that down. What do you have for today?
Yeah. Yes. Social media. Man.
Yes. Meh.
I put a post yesterday on somebody's, I forget where it was. Somebody said something about getting anxiety around social media and wanting to shut down Facebook or something. And I was like, that's me every day with every social media. Like, I just want to like put it down and just go talk to clients.
I was talking with someone yesterday, and they were talking about like shutting Facebook down, and they're like, yeah, this would be good. And I was like, and do you know how many people would be like just broke without this platform? Like you just take this one platform out, all the Facebook ad buyers, all the Facebook ad advertisers, all the copywriters, all of these people would have to like go and figure out some other way, and most of them wouldn't be able to do it, so they would just have to go back to work for someone else, or just like gig here and there and stuff like that. Yeah, it's crazy,
but it would be such a huge blow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and every day in my feed, I just see these things of like, my Facebook ad account has been banned. Like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And it's, man, like, all your eggs are in one basket. And, I've done that in the past as well. And it's not fun whenever you realize, oh my God, I'm way too dependent on one platform. So yeah, don't do it. Right? Mix it up.
Yep.
Yeah, be on 2 platforms.
Why we get love email, right?
Love email. The email.
That sounds like a little commercial ditty or something. Email.
It's from Strong Bad.
I was gonna say it sounded like Homestar Runner. Yeah.
Yeah. Homestarrunner.com. Strong Bad. Cool, man. What do you have today?
A busy one today. I've got a clarity of position exercise at 9:00, which I love doing those for a new client. So we're going to take them through positioning, and then at 11:30, I've got Blessed by Networking events that I'm co-hosting around power teams, and then at 1, I get to talk to my friend Kira Day, who is amazing, and we're going to do some catch up and crossover and some of that stuff, and then we've got office hours. We're actually doing an office hours around the Hero on a Mission for people who are going to that. We're giving them an hour a month to come in and clarify and ask questions and do different things like that. So I got office hours today, and then I've got some writing to finish up.
Nice.
And that's not anything that pops up. That's just what's on the calendar.
Nice. Okay.
But you?
I have catch-up call with the family law team. And I have sales practice lab at 9. And then I have a call at noon with a VA lead gen team who we're working together, and I'm vetting them out to see, if it's going to work and stuff. And that's it.
Oh, so no 9:45 day today?
Man, only if like the world catches on fire, I think. So it should be a fairly light day. Call wise, like I have a mountain, like an endless mountain of blocking and tackling to do.
If the world catches on fire, I'm going to go eat pie. I'm not going to work.
No, that's fair. I had to let go of my CPA yesterday. Yeah. So, I had this amazing CPA bookkeeper person who was like a profit first professional, right? So they had read the book. I had read the book. I really liked the book, and we were starting to like implement that. Yeah. And then puff of smoke, she disappears. I can't get a hold of her. I can't do anything else. And she had talked me into moving over to QuickBooks and like coming in under her account. So now I can't get a hold of her, and I'm in this QuickBooks account that is tied to her, and I can't remove her from it. Right. Which is a little bit grimy, and makes me just uncomfortable. I hope that she's okay, because like, I don't hold any ill will, but like, man, you got to communicate. You have to communicate. So I then go looking for a new bookkeeper, and found one on Upwork, and I was like, hey, but so he does some reporting for me on my reconciliations and everything. I was like, hey, I'd like to go back to Wave, away from QuickBooks, so that way I don't have to feel, because she was charging me for this account, and now that she's like gone, I can't even pay her for the account. So not only are you not working on my stuff, I don't really want you to have access to my stuff. Yeah. I'm not paying it. Yeah. So this whole thing is wonky. And so I said, hey, can you take a look at moving everything back to Wave and like making sure we don't lose everything and everything else, and give me an estimate on how long it's going to take, because I need to be on the same page as you. And he goes, give me, he goes, give me until next Wednesday. And I'm like, and this is on Thursday. And I was like, okay, that's odd. It's going to take you a week to like estimate it, but okay. Right. Like little bitty alarm goes off in the back of my head. And then I don't hear from the guy at all. So last Thursday I sent him a message, and because my thing is like, look, I got to have you in my Slack, because I don't want to go all the way over to Upwork to message you. It's just going to be a nightmare. So the next Thursday I messaged him. I was like, hey, any update on this? Nothing, So I wait. And so then I go in yesterday and I end the contract in Upwork. I remove him from my accounts. And now, while I'm working on this other project, now he wants to be responsive and have the conversation. And I said, man, this is probably my fault. I don't think you're used to working like this, and I understand completely, but I cannot let the people that I work with pick their own deadlines, miss them, and not communicate with them or with me about like what's going on. And he's like, it's been less than 2 weeks. And I was like, who said 2 weeks? And he's like, I did when I said next Wednesday. It's like, no, man, like next Wednesday is the next Wednesday, right? That would be the Wednesday after next. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, man, sorry. Like I just can't do this. And he goes, man, can you give me one more try? Can you give me one more try? And I was like, man, if this was honestly any other like part of my business, I would be absolutely down to give you another try. But I'm going to be a terrible partner for you after this because I'm going to have no choice but to micromanage the crap out of you, and I'm going to hate it, and you're going to hate me. So let's just call this done for now. And he was like, okay, man, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I feel bad, right? I hate letting people go. Like, man, I have some people that I work with and who are like part of my team who have some room to improve, right? But like, so part of me is like, just make the cuts, make the changes, and the other part of me is like, man, be a human, all those things I'm working on over the past couple of years.
Right.
And so, but if you're going to miss the deadline that you set, I didn't even set this guy's deadline. If you're going to miss your deadline and not communicate with me about it and everything else, then it's going to be a bother. Man, Jason Croft, I love you, buddy. I'm going to put this here on the screen.
No, I love him.
Everybody talks about this, but
it's true. Very few people are willing to do it. You hear a lot.
Exactly right. Everybody's supposed to be doing it. Everybody should be bringing people on and give them the small projects and really testing them and vetting them out and stuff like this. And then gradually the relationship grows. But when you're slammed, you're slammed. So, and for this guy very specifically, it's like just taxes and making sure my stuff is consolidated and I have to do reporting and everything else. So like, okay, but this is like the first project really. So yeah. We've not been working together all that long, so it's not really that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. Let's see. Not for everyone, but that Upwork guy for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. So, yeah, I'm looking for a CPA. If anybody has got like a line on a good one, please message me.
I got you.
You got me? Okay.
Yeah, you can try out a guy that he was a client of Quirk, and so you can check him out if you want.
Man, okay, if somebody can afford Quirk, I don't think I can afford them.
Maybe. I don't know. I actually don't even know what he charges specifically around what you're talking about. So we can talk about fair. I have I'll make an introduction.
Okay. That's all I ask. Yeah. So had to do that yesterday, and so Melissa, I come back out and I hit the couch, and she was like, "Is everything okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, everything's okay." I had to work through this project and had to let go of my bookkeeper, and she was like, at 8:45, and I was like, it just kind of happened that the other guy reached out. I'm really pretty lucky that the guy decided to message me because I was doing too much at the same time and I forgot to remove the guy at the ending of the contract, right? Because I ended the contract, and then I remember having that moment of like, okay, I got to remove him from the accounts, and then something came in and puff of smoke, right? So then at like 8:30 at night, he sends me a message. He's like, "Hey, why did you?" And the thing is like, "Oh my god, he's still in the accounts, right?" So I have to log in and remove him just like really quick while I'm trying to help Arthur and do all this other stuff. Man, 8:45 at night is not the time where John Small Mountain should be working. So
put up Mike's comment, because
no, I agree completely. Right, over communicate.
Yeah, from him too, though, because like you're like, if this is supposed to be. You're telling me you tried to communicate with him. It doesn't matter if he thought it was 2 weeks and you thought it was 1 week. I know, I was cracking up. He didn't respond to communication. That's the problem.
No, for sure, right? Like, I mean, yeah, man, I love you, Jason Crouch. You're the best. I'll get you somewhere. God, that's so good. Yeah, that's all I got. Right? You have to over communicate. You have to know, because I'm fully aware that like I over communicate, like I overset the expectation. Like I and this is the thing, most sales training is not built for people like me, right? It's built for people like you and Jason Croft and other people who don't, right? But feel like you do sometimes, right? Oh yeah, we talked about this. We have an agreement. And the other person was like, "Yes, me if I like chocolate." How does that lead to me wanting to buy a chocolate factory, right? And so these gaps in communication and personal views are there. So yeah, I am not. I don't think I'm hard to work with, but I don't think that I'm easy to work with. Does that make sense?
No.
I think I hold people to like very high standards because I hold myself to a pretty high standard, and I don't really have a whole lot of like patience. Oh, John, what did we talk about? How do you not know? Right, because it's all like via Slack or via Zoom or something like this, and like I record everything, so like when I'm working with my team, I want to make sure that there's absolute clarity because I know it's going to drive me crazy if I have to go back over it again with them.
Okay, I see. Well, I mean, Kobe and Michael were hard to work with too, but it's because they expected high ownership from their teammates.
Oh, dude, I don't no, yeah,
No,
I don't.
well,
Wow.
they were also assholes. I mean,
Man. Yeah,
high performers tend to want other people in their circles to have high ownership
God, it's so.
stuff.
That was
Right?
an uncomfortable statement. Hold on.
Was
It's
it?
hard. Yeah. Okay. I gotta go. Yeah, that's right. This is Levi telling me that I'm late for our
Oh,
meeting. So
okay.
yes, we got sidetracked. I apologize, Levi. I'm heading over there right now. Thank you, guys. I am apparently not great at that. Man, that like short circuited my brain. Like it's like an unoiled robot there for a minute. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about what you said. So
Okay.
yes,
Well, you're
I can
not,
be.
but you expect high performance, I think.
Oh well, inwardly, yes, I am. I am both of those things.
Okay, we'll talk more about that later.
Yes. All right. Thank you to Jason Croft for hanging out with us. Levi and Mike, you guys are awesome. We'll see everybody tomorrow for the long show.
Okay, bye.